Hi, hello, welcome back to my Generated Things. As you all know, we have started Sequel 50 series where we'll be going to solve 50 SQL problems so that will help you to crack any kind of SQL interviews and problem solving skills you can develop by watching these videos. So we have already covered 23 videos in our series. Now we are in the 24th fourth video, which is the easy question we are going to solve in this. So also we planning to complete this 50 series in the upcoming videos soon. So let's subscribe to our channel and just stay tuned. You'll and just click the bell icon after subscribing so that will you help you to get notification when we upload a new video and you're not going to miss any video from us. So yeah, let's get started. So user activity for past 30 days is the problem now we are going to solve. So 1141 is the number we have. So if you see the cases they have given, like let's say the schema first and then understand the problem statement and then how we can solve this query, we can write and break down the query next. So activity is a table they have given. So user ID is their type and session ID is the type and activity date is date and activity type is enum. So these are the column names we have. They are telling like some data, some table is there which have duplicate rows are there. So activity type is an enum, which is the categories of type like open session, ended session, scroll down, send message. These are the four enum types which we have in activity type. So table shows the user activities for the social media website. In some social media website, in some user is doing some logins, so some activities. So note that the each session belongs to exactly one user. So one user can have only one section session. They are telling that thing. So these are the things which we have to remember while doing some kind of these are note points kind of thing. So write a solution to find out the daily activity of the user count for a period of 30 days. So for a period of 30 days, they want the daily activity of a user. So ending this date inclusively. So we have to exclude this particular date. Okay. So days ending with what we have here is 727 inclusively. So this date ending with this date we have to just take it out like that. So a user can active on some day if they made at least one activity on another day. So at least one activity on another day, so a user considered to be active on some day. So okay, a user is active on some day if they have at least one activity on that day. Even if he does one activity, he considered as an active on that day likewise. Okay. So find out the active users count for a period of 30 days. In a period of 30 days, how many active users are there? Like count of the active users in the 30 days time spans. And we have to exclude this particular date. Okay. Should be should not be fall in this like that. Okay. So they are asking in any order is fine. The result should be in the following example kind of thing. So let's see the table thing so that you will understand better. So each user having some session, for session some activity is there. So you see the user IDs is a repetition. So we have to definitely group with the what we have here is users. So we have to get distinct users. That is the one thing. And then activity id is the concept where we have to check on. So for user one, for the first session we have some activity on 720, which is an open section session. And for the same user in the same session id, say same day we have some other activities also, so we can consider the first user as an active user. And next, if you see the second user, which is having three logins, and the session name is 4, session id is 4. If you see the 20 is the one date and 21 is the other date. So this is not an we call it as not as same date on 20, but 21st is the same date. We have two sessions, so it's two activities. We consider that as an active user. So first user and second user are active users on that particular day. uh, I see other dates, right? So next, if you see the third user on 21st, he had three sessions and then three same date. So we can consider this also as an active user. So yeah, the fourth user, which is on other things, so other session and with other date 6th June and 25, the two open session and end session. So if you see the dates, they want on the day, right? So count for a period of 30 days. From days we have to take. Consider that as 30 days. We have to consider that from If we consider this as a June period, right? So we have to consider from 25th. If we see the tables, we have 25 here. So from 25, so least date is we have here 25, right? So from 25 to whatever the ending date will be there for this month, like for 30 days. 30 days is nothing but 625 to next 725, like that. So that is the least date, right? So we can consider that as 30 days. So yeah, 30 days, and in that time span, how many active users are there, likewise we can take. This thing is clear, right? You understood like how we will be taking this. So active users from 30 days means, you can see here, first user is on this date is for an active user. On 21st, this active user too, this is also an active user. So for 21, this one two for 21. For 20 date, these two are the two active users. Note that we don't care about the days with zero active users. So zero active users, we don't want any concern on those. So okay. So 1 and 2 will be active on 20th date, so that is two active users. On 21st, if you see, it's two second user and third user are active on 21st, so that will be active users two in both the days. So this is how we can take the active users kind of thing. So I hope you understood, right? Here you can see dates are different. So based upon the least date, we have to take that as a consideration. From that to next 30 days, that will be in same month, next day likewise. Okay. So let me show you how this work in a query way. You can write in different ways the same query, you can solve in different possible ways. So how I can do, you can check, and you can think in other ways also how you can do the same. I can give clues like how we can solve it in a different way also. So let me just have a simple select. What they want in a select, they want like day and active users, right? So which day and what active users kind of thing they want. So these are uh, not the thing which I have written. I'm just taking the aliasing names as like, okay, as day they want, and then as active users they want. Day comes under like activity date, right? So day is nothing but activity date they want. Active users is nothing but how many user IDs are there, like distinct user IDs. There is again a repetition kind of thing, right? So that is distinct they want. Distinct user IDs as active user IDs. So we have to get the count of user IDs on what condition. So we have to apply that condition first of all. Let me write like from which table, from activity table. You have to collect this data on condition on where it should fall in next 30 days, right? So that condition we have to apply, and then group by we have to date. We have to group with activity date. So where condition what we have to apply here is that activity date should be fallen in 30 days kind of thing, that is greater than and less than kind of thing. So we have to, for this purpose, what we have to do is we have to check what are the dates they have given, which falls in what, like least possible dates likewise. So see, excluding excluding 727, this thing they have given, ending with 2007 17 27, period of 30 days. What we can do here is 2019 There's a simple way what we can do by just checking the query, just checking the table. In other possible way also we can do this. I'll let you know how we can do in other way also. We have to exclude 07, right? 07. The list date, and then this will not work. Actually, this is not a way to do from taking from the table. Likewise, sorry, some syntax error. So yeah, we have to take count here, count of distinct users. Yeah. So let me just have it here in a normal way itself. So activity day as day, and then count of distinct user as active users. So we have to consider from activity table where the condition should not be like this. So we should not give based upon the dates which are in the tables. Likewise, we have to consider date is should be between fall under 30 days, right? That is nothing but date subtraction with this 0727. With this will be interval of 30 means we have included this, right? So that is interval of 29 days. 29 days. Okay. Inclusively that day also we need, right? So we are not sure that what months will be, because they have provided this date, we should concentrate and use this date only. So we can't use other dates which they have mentioned. Likewise, you can just have it here like inclusive is nothing but that should also be included. So from that date we have taken 30 days, like interval of 29 days from that date, and then including that date also and grouping with activity date. So this will help you to get the required thing. Even error in SQL syntax corresponding to MySQL distinct. Okay, braces problem here. If you see distinct of no need of your distinct ID, user ID, count of this. You can make it simple with with braces. It is making so hard. So why it got this day so many errors? So sorry, I forgot to have comma here. That is the way. That is why we are getting errors. Wrong answer. What they have got? Let me check. So there is no active users, no dates. So what they want the activity day as day, okay. And then count of distinct users as active users, okay. From activity table, okay. Where activity date, so why this braces? So okay, activity date should fall under activity date should fall under this and this. So that date and this date, okay. So now it will be fine. So I'm just clumsy, so not maintaining a readable code. Yeah, I hope you have understood, right? Only the date which they have mentioned, that thing we have to use. So yeah, I hope you have understood, right? This date they have mentioned, and taking the date interval and kind of thing. With 30 days they have given, right? Including like from that date we have excluded that date and getting 29 days, and then again including that date, and then grouping with the activity id. I hope you have understood, right, what we have written. So I just submitting this problem. Let's see how much runtime is it taking, and like let's say it has solved 16 by 16 test cases. So now everything got solved. I hope you have understood, right? So by using that given date, we are taking 30 days from that. Date subtraction will be 90 days from that date to this date. So next day. So this is how we can solve this. So hope we'll catch up in the next video. Until then, keep sharing and keep learning. Subscribe to our channel for many more videos like this. Bye bye.